Hello, my friends, and welcome to this new class in our educational series, Mr. Udaid Grammar Course. As you know, my friends, we have finished talking about the English tenses in the first stage of our course, and we said that understanding the social, contextual, psychological, and other dimensions of these tenses will allow us to understand how to use the other pieces of grammar in our writing and our speaking, and understand how the others use them in their writing and in their speaking, so that when we read or we listen to English people, we understand what they mean very easily. As you see, my friends, here we finished talking about the tenses, and then we said that the tenses are not always bound to the time of the action. Then we had a practical application, which was the conditional sentences. Today, my friends, we are going to start a new topic into which, my friends, we are going to repeat the same idea about the tenses, but with a new topic, which is wishing. What is wishing? To wish something, my friends, has two meanings. The first meaning is to express your regret of something that, for example, you wanted to do in the past, but you didn't, or you didn't want to do in the past, but you did, or your regret of something not real and you want it to be real. The other option here, my friends, is to express your reluctance about a situation which exists or doesn't or didn't, let's say. For example, my friends, you miss someone and you want someone to be next to you now or in the future or in the past. Maybe you are not happy with a situation. For example, you're not happy with your marital status, you're not happy with your school, you are not satisfied about something. So we use wishing so that we want this situation to be changed. As you see here, my friends, we have two types of wishing. We have the first one is to wish something in the future or at present. In here, my friends, in grammar, we use past simple. When we want to wish something for the future or at present, we use the past simple, while when we want to wish something in the past, we use the past perfect. As you see here, my friends, this, of course, reminds us of another piece of grammar we have talked before about, which is the conditional sentences. I wanted to ask you about this page. Does this page ring a bell for you? Does it remind you of something? Yes, my friends. In the past, we said that when we want to talk about a condition, of course, impossible condition, in the future or at present, we had to use the past simple, and we wanted to talk about a condition which was impossible in the past. We had to use past perfect. As you see here, my friends, wishing and talking about impossible conditions have the same, let's say, uses, the same tenses. For example, here, my friends, this is similar to type 2 conditional sentences. In type 2 conditional sentences, we wish something impossible, or we have a condition that is impossible in the future or at present, and we use past simple. On the other hand, my friends, as you see here, when we had a condition which was impossible in the past and its result was in the past, we use type 3. So in both pieces of grammar, conditional sentences type 2 and type 3, we have the same idea, the same principle, which is talking about impossible actions, impossible things. So when the impossible actions, the impossible conditions, the impossible situations are in the future or at present, we use past simple. This means we go back one step in time. When it is now or future, we go back to past simple, as you see. And when the condition or the wish is in the past, we have to go back one step to talk about the past of the past, which is the past perfect, just as in conditional sentences, of course, type 2 and type 3, because wishing is imagining. And of course, the conditional sentences are imagining because they are impossible. Why do we use the word imagining here? Because generally wishing is imagining. You are imagining something happened that didn't, or you imagine something didn't happen to happen. On the other hand, the conditional sentences have the same problem. They also talk about impossible conditions. So they are imagining things that didn't happen to be happened, or something, things that happened as they didn't. And in here, when we talk about something impossible at present or in the future, of course, we use past simple. And when we talk about something impossible in the past, we use past perfect, as we talked about, as we mentioned before. Now, my friends, let's start talking about the first type of wishing, which is wishing for the present and the future. And as we said moments ago, my friends, when we want to wish something for the present or the future, we have to pay attention to go back one step in time, just like the piece of grammar of the conditional sentences. Now let's take some examples. Today we are going to talk about something important, whether in writing or speaking. Let us take the first example here. First, the example gives us the situation that we are in, so that we get the wish that is suitable for it. Let's take the first scenario. The first scenario here, my friends, is Sarah can't come to the party tomorrow. I have a friend whose name is Sarah. Sarah is very important for me. She is my best friend, and I would like her to come with me to the party, but her family doesn't allow her to go with us to the party tomorrow. And I say, Sarah cannot come to the party tomorrow. So, I wish Sarah could come. She cannot, so I wish she could. I wish Sarah could come to the party tomorrow. We would have a great time together. Example number 2, or scenario number 2, we talk about Sarah is not here, not now to help me. For example, I have homework and mathematics homework, and Sarah is good at mathematics and I am not. I say, Sarah's not here to help me. So I want to make a wish that Sarah could be here near to me. And I say, I wish Sarah were here. I wish Sarah was here. She would help me. Now, teacher, which one do we use? Wish. I wish Sarah was here, or I wish Sarah were here. So I am glad to tell you, my friends, that both options are correct. But as long as we are imagining something and we are breaking the rules of time, going back one step backward, I prefer were. Generally, my friends, were refers to the imaginary situations in both conditional sentences type 2, which refers to impossible conditions at present or in the future, and also it refers to the imaginary situation of wishing at present or in the future. So I prefer were. Was is informal. It could be used in speaking, but I prefer were. Were is more professional and let's say more suitable for the psychological or social contexts. So I prefer were. Here, I wish Sarah were here. She would help me. Here we have two examples, as you see, my friends. I would like to talk about a very important point, which is this. This, my friends, here is called a semicolon. If you go back to my YouTube channel, you are going to figure out that I have a full playlist talking about the punctuation marks, including semicolons, and another one called Mr. Udait Writing Course. This one, Mr. Udait Punctuation Mark Course, and the other one is Mr. Udait Writing Course explains also how to use the semicolon in writing. But here, my friends, the semicolon has a lot of importance and a lot of flavor, let's say, in the sentence. It makes the sentence professional since we can replace it with something. Now, let's read the sentence, for example, number 1, and we figure out what I mean. I wish Sarah could come to the party tomorrow. We would have a great time together. Now, this semicolon can be replaced with this example here, one. If Sarah came. So in here, as you see, my friends, I can say, I wish Sarah could come to the party tomorrow. If Sarah, if she came, we would have a great time together. So I can replace the semicolon with a dot. This is the dot, full stop, and an if clause. And the other example, I wish Sarah were here, she would help me. I can replace this with, of course, in writing, with dot, which is full stop, and if Sarah was here or were here, this is an if clause. So if Sarah were here, she would help me. Teacher, why do you insist on preferring this form, not this form? While these two forms are correct, I'll tell you something. In English, we care for something called avoid repetition. We don't want to repeat the same idea more than one time. So it is enough for me to mention the result clause and the if clause, which is the conditional clause, or the if clause is going to be understood within the sentence. So sometimes we say something and we mean something else, or we say something that includes other ideas, and this makes us professional speakers. You can say, if Sarah came, we would have a great time together, but if you don't, this means that you are a professional and you can combine two pieces of grammar together into one sentence, into one complex sentence. The sentence is from here till here. And the other example has the same point and the same rule applies to it. In here, my friends, we say, I wish Sarah were here. If Sarah were here, she would help me. Again, my friends, I could simply use the if clause and I replace it. Delete. In this example, my friends, we are also allowed to replace the semicolon with this if clause, but it is not preferable because in here we repeat ideas. So it is understood from the result clause that if Sarah were here, she would help me. So I don't need to repeat this. In here, in writing, we use the semicolon. In speaking, we only need to stop for 1 or 1.5 seconds so that the if conditional clause will be obviously omitted but mentioned at the same time. For example, I say, I wish Sarah. For example, my friends, I say, I wish Sarah could come to the party tomorrow. We would have a great time together. So I stopped at the semicolon. The other example, I say, I wish Sarah were here. She would help me. As you see, I stopped when I reached the semicolon. The example number 3, we have the same thing. Scenario number 3, I don't think we will win the match tomorrow. We have a match tomorrow, so we are here, my friends, going to talk about something we regret for the future or something we are reluctant about in the future. We have a friend. This friend's name is Jack. Jack will not play with us. That's why I am afraid we will not win. I am afraid that we are going to lose. So I say, I wish Jack could come or would come to the match to play with us. We would win the match easily. I only replace I wish here with if I want. If Jack came or would come, if Jack came, we would win the match easily. Or the other option is to replace the semicolon with the if clause. I say, I wish Jack would come tomorrow. If Jack came, we would win the match easily. The other example here, my mom is dead, so nobody is taking care of me now. So I am imagining that my mother is here. I say, I wish my mom were alive. Can I use was? I can, but I prefer were is better. If my mom were alive, she would love and take care of me. As you see here, my friends, of course, if my mom here can replace the semicolon, or I can say simply, I wish my mom were here, she would take care of me. Now, my friends, let's talk about wishing for the past. It is 100%, my friends, as conditional sentences type 3. In the conditional sentences type 3, we use the past of the past, because here we wish something. We put a condition of something impossible in the past. We go one step backward in time, so we use the past of the past, which is past perfect. And I would recommend you, my friends, to watch the videos about past perfect and present perfect together so that you understand the difference between them. And as I said, my friends, if you don't understand a point in the if clauses, type 2, type 3, repeat them, because the idea here is just like the idea there, and they are so connected. In here, my friends, scenario number 5, I didn't know that you were in the hospital, or you were at hospital, let's say. Now, my friends, let's start scenario number 5. I didn't know that you were at hospital last week. I wish I had known. What do I mean by I wish I had known? I wish I had known means I didn't know. And I am sad that I didn't know. And this situation doesn't suit me. I am not happy with this situation. And if I had known, I would have gone to the hospital to visit you. As you see here, my friends, or it's enough to say, I wish I had known I would have gone to the hospital to visit you, only I stopped for 1 or 1.5 seconds. that's enough, or I can use the conditional clause here to replace the semicolon, but it's not preferable, as I said before. Number 6, we didn't win the match. Why? Yesterday, because Jack didn't play with us. So I am comparing wishing here. In here, scenario number 3 tells us that the match is tomorrow, and I am reluctant about something will happen in the future, and I wish this thing wouldn't happen. So I use would, one step here in time, as we mentioned before, here now or future, now or future, as we said before. So we use the past simple in here. I wish Jack would come tomorrow means I am sure Jack will not come. I am sad. I don't want this to happen. I am imagining something could be changed and Jack would come. In here the same, my friends, but the match has become in the past. The match isn't here, isn't now, isn't in the future. The match here, the match was yesterday, and we lost the match because Jack didn't play. So I say, I wish Jack had come and played with us. I wish Jack had come and played. Jack had played with us. If Jack had played with us, we would have won the match. In here, my friends, as you see, I am using type 3 result clause. Type 3 result clause, would have, could have, and the verb in the third form to express that the result of the condition or the result of the wish didn't happen or was impossible in the past. That's why, my friends, I use the past form of would and could. As you see here, my friends, till here we finished our class. I hope you enjoyed and you learned how to use the English tenses without depending on or without connecting them only to the time the action happened, is happening, was happening, or will happen. Because, my friends, English tenses are not bound only to the time. I hope you enjoyed learning about wishing and connecting them to the conditional sentences. Please, my friends, try to practice these sentences, because these sentences in both writing and speaking in the IELTS or TOEFL exam are going to be very vital for you. Imagine you are connecting two types of or two pieces of grammar which are complicated, and you connect them to the tenses whose uses are a little bit complicated. So you are showing the examiner that you understand the whole complexity about the psychological, social, and contextual meanings and definitions of the languages, of the English language, sorry. As you see here, my friends, if you have any question, you always welcome to get in touch with me. You try to repeat these videos and practice them with your friends, with your students, so that you understand them well. You don't have to hesitate playing the Kahoot and the Blue Kit games. I will send to you in the transcription box. And I wish you all the best, my friends, in your journey to learn English. That's it for today, my friends. Thank you so much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.